What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to the Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays on FM22. Today we are taking on Victoria Pulsen in the Mall Cup final first, and then we're taking them on in the league to decide if this year is going to be our year and we win the league title and get into the Champions League for next season, which would be fantastic because we are severely lacking in finances. And probably going to be lacking in first team players for next season because a lot of them are pushing on. A lot of our first team players are getting old. But if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's get into the Right, so nothing has changed since you were here last. You saw us beat Slavia Prague in the last game. Now it's the Mall Cup final. I really want to win something. We're in a cup final and we're top of the league going into the last day. If we don't win the title or the cup, I'm going to be so angry. No major injury concerns for this game. Yaralim is not fully fit, so we're going to leave him sit this one out. And our 2 of our 3 goalkeepers are still somewhat recovering from injury. We're going to be starting with Tapia in goal, Muller, Garrido, Salimi and Barnes as our back 4, even though Panak did have quite a good game in the last one. Zach and Serrano are going to be playing in central midfield. Rosales and Memberberry as our wide men behind Anas Before and Chaldek, because we did play quite well in the last game, 5-1. It's a pretty decent result. So we're just going to stick with the same tactic. Do have to make some changes because of injuries and the fact that I would prefer to play my best centre back, even though he isn't my player, over a guy who scored a goal in the last game, but is also not the best anymore. They're not playing Kondogbia, which is interesting. I would have thought that he would have been in. They've made some changes, so go there and win the trophy and show everyone what you are capable of. I've motivated quite a number of our players, and then I unmotivated them afterwards. Perfect. That is beautiful. This is the Dukla Prague. Well, this is the stadium that Dukla Prague have been playing their games in. I'm not sure if it's their actual stadium, but they have been playing their games here. So one would assume that they potentially own the stadium. Even if they don't, we're playing a league final or cup final here, which from the attendance numbers that we were expecting, quite a lot less than the stadium can hold, which I thought was interesting. That for the biggest cup final in the country, not many people are going to show up to it. So interesting, but we'll see what happens. First highlight came in the 25th minute, was a shot from us, but we've also gone and lost the ball. We've picked it back up though. Rosales put Before through, and he's answered Before. Puts it wide. Okay, well, 8 shots, 1 on target. We've had just shy of 1 XG. We're not playing as well as I would have hoped. We did have a chat with the lads before the game, and I tried to ease expectations somewhat and be like, nobody expected us to win the cup. Just like I've been doing with the league. Nobody expects us to win the league, but it would be nice if we could do it. And then in my team talk, it was like, win the fucking cup. I saw first half. Oh, just about to say first half is coming to an end. Tapia, what a beautiful instinctive block. I'm not sure what I was going to say there. We don't have corner routines set up for this tactic. Interesting. Hopefully it won't be an oversight on our part. That did go off the crossbar. Okay, so I thought Tapia touched it onto the crossbar. He had not. I'm going to thrash marks and say that. Actually, I'm going to point my finger and say, keep work hard. The result will come. This is what I believe currently to be our strongest side. I think. There's nobody in here. Maybe Thomas Krall. But then again, who do you take Krall and swap in with? I'm not sure. Krall is probably our best. He's the best attacking midfielder. So when we play the 4-2-3-1, he is the man. He's the man. But when we're not playing it, he ain't the man. I really, really don't want this to go to extra time or anything else. I just want to win the game. We've been very effective of late. Would be nice if we could just, win the football match and not have to worry about playing extra games or extra minutes in a game where it doesn't really matter. The attendance is 3,342. It is lacking somewhat. Has to be said. The stadium can hold 18,000 or something. So, not quite as many as one would have hoped. Kind of want to take Chaldek off, but he's also like really, really good. I could take off Memberberry because he's not playing all that well. And put Sipek out there. Yeah, I think we're also going to move Rosales to just be an inside forward. He's not doing anything as an inverted winger. I know he's playing a 7, but he's not playing that well. Muller is playing poorly, so we're bringing on Conater. Watch Barnes pick up an injury now because I've taken the guy who plays right back / left back off the bench and put him on the pitch. And we've won a penalty. I was going to change it, but Ansa before steps up, and for a second I thought that was gone wide. Okay, so we're winning. Everything's fine. Everybody can calm down. Okay, take a deep breath. Yeah, he that was just a little bit close, but it's in the back of the net. We're 1 up. To be fair, we've had 3 times their shots. We have a 2.68 XG. We've only scored the 1 goal. Needless to say, we've not been exceptional. 10 minutes left. We have 1 substitution remaining. We still have 3 times the amount of shots. We've had 1 shot on target more than they have. I'm going to say, not ideal. You'd kind of hope that you'd be able to do a bit better than that. I love how Krall has decided he wants to be a ball-winning midfielder. He's got like 7 tackling. Sorry, 8 tackling. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Fancy. He's a playmaker. Oh, Barnes absolutely bluffed that tackle. Thankfully, it goes all the way back to Tapia. His clearance wasn't amazing, but we've managed to stave Victoria Pulsen off for now, and Rosales is rather tired. Where's my cursor gone? Chuck a bit of praise out right before the end. Celebration is we've won the Mall Cup. Yes. Is that our? So we won the Latvian Cup. We won the Chinese Super 1 League or whatever it was called. This is our 3rd cup, and we've won it in the Czech Republic. Poor Muller got taken off before he got to lift the trophy. Sad times. Enjoy, lads. Celebrate. Enjoy. Have a good time. Enjoy. Why am I saying enjoy so many times? Fantastic, lads. We've managed to win a cup. Now can we go and win the league and make it a league and cup double? We'll be back for that in just a second. The game is only like 4 days away, so the players are going to need rest. Right, fellas, so it all comes down to this. We may have won the Mall Cup, but it means nothing if we don't beat Victoria Pulsen and win the league. So let's get out there and see what we can do. Our task remains simple. Win. Which sounds simple, but we're changing it up for this game. We're going back to the 4-2-3-1. Just because Ansa before is suspended, and I just feel like we start this way. We'll see what happens. We'll move if we need to. We don't need to currently, so we're not going to overthink it. We're just going to go back to what's been working. So Tapia is starting in goal. Muller, Garrido, Salimi and Barnes as our back four. Zach and Serrano in central midfield. Rosales, Kral and Memberberry behind Chaldek. I might actually swap Serrano and Kral. Yeah. Serrano's going to play as the playmaker. Kral is going to be the box-to-box. If needs be, Tischler can always come off the bench, because he is quite an effective central midfielder when he decides to be. We do also have Makula on the bench because it is his final game. Stick to the plan, we'll be fine. They have made quite a number of changes since the last game. I'm going to tell Chaldek I think he has the edge to do it for us today. We do need to win this one, so I'm going to put all my hopes and dreams into my team. Did Victoria Pulsen play a game since? Because no, okay. So they made a lot of changes, but maybe they did. I don't know. So we're getting the first highlight. Muller whips it across. Keeper comfortably catches a hold of it. I think that's the advantage to having two strikers, is you've got two people in there mixing it up. Poor pass. And now Victoria Pulsen on the attack. That is quite the whipped cross. Peter Zach picks it up though. Chaldek started running. Ball never quite reached him. Serrano's picked it up. Serrano's put Chaldek through. Is Chaldek onside? It doesn't matter. He's put it over. Cheeky little dink over the goalkeeper. Cheeky little dink over the goal. And Victoria Pulsen, 7 minutes in. Is this going to be one of those games where we're just going to have a butt ton of highlights? Oh, Chaldek couldn't quite get past the defender. And Garrido wins the header. Serrano back to Barnes, who's been ever present this year. Much more than I expected him to be. Yarlim did pick up quite a number of injuries. Kral has put Chaldek through. Chaldek hit the post. But we do have a corner from it. Serrano whips it in. It's headed clear, and now Victoria Pulsen are on the break. But it's 2v1, and now that was that Rosales getting back to make all the important tackles. Slavia Prague have taken the lead. It is 74 points apiece currently. Guido puts the ball back to Tapia, the two Spanish players. We actually have 3 Spanish players in our team, because Serrano's Spanish as well, but he's taken Czech nationality because he reckons he's good enough to play for the Czech national team. So I have to wait and see if that happens. Chaldek puts it through for Memberberry. 21st goal of the season from our winger, who came to me and said he wanted a new contract. Well, started mumbling about wanting a new contract. Muller came to me about it, and I asked him, "What's like, you alright, boy?" And he was like, "Ah, yeah, grandma, so I was going to ask for a new contract, but I don't think so." His contract does expire next season, so it's potentially something we do need to get on. Slavia Prague have had their lead reduced from actually leading to a draw, so things are going decently well. Sigma are continuing to hold Sparta, so like if they win that game, they jump ahead of Victoria Pulsen. Victoria Pulsen don't get any European football next season. I'm not gonna encourage, not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna chill. Like, everything's good, everything's cool. It's cool, baby. Don't worry about it, baby. Garrido going for a little jog. Finds Zach Rosales. Finds Memberberry. Oh, just taken off his foot. Picks it back up though. Massive cross. And Chaldek hits the post again. So we're really referee standing. Sparta Prague have taken the lead now. Referee was blocking Barnes there, or was it Kral? It was blocking somebody. We've hit the woodwork twice so far. Sparta Prague took the lead because of a penalty. I'm going to point the finger and say, take charge of the match, and I'm going to try and motivate everybody, because we've been fine, but we've not been. Our killer instinct isn't quite there at the minute. So it'd be nice if we could, 2 players went off. There must have been a clash 2 players going off at the exact same time in the Slavia Prague game. Oh, remember Barry? I didn't think that he was going to take a shot. I was waiting for the cross to come back, but remember Barry's decided that today is his day. He's going to win the league single-handedly. Chaldek is just not going to be allowed to get involved. To be fair, that was actually quite smart by Member Barry, because Chaldek had 2 players on him. Nobody, bar the goalkeeper, was blocking his attempt on goal. So why not just bosh it into the back of the net? We didn't see what happened there, so yeah, I was going to say it's definitely not a red card because we didn't see what happened. But we've won a free kick. Member Barry for his hat trick. Member Barry. Oh, remember Adamoko Boateng, aka Member Barry. Do you remember?
Oh, I remember.
Member Barry back of the net, smashes in a hat trick. Victoria Pulsen have been put to the sword. Member Barry is the swordsman. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh, they're centre backs. Oh no, Chaldek's gone down. Is that an actual injury or is he pretending to get the player sent off? I'm not sure. He's like died a little, but he's not like full dead. He's just partially dead. And we all know that partially dead is fine. Right, Chaldek, I'm gonna have to bring off. I'm gonna bring on Stajner because he's actually been playing really quite well when I've given him opportunities, which is, to be fair, few and far between. Newman is going to come on instead of Rosales, so I've taken off 2 strikers, brought on 2 strikers to replace them. One of them is playing as an actual striker, one of them is playing as a inside forward on the right, making his league debut for the club, which I had no idea until I checked just before the match started. So we're giving a guy a debut on the day we win the league. And we have to bring Makula on at some point as well, because it's his retirement game. Garrido to Muller, Serrano, Kral. I'm going to leave Muller on, assuming he doesn't get injured or sent off, because I do want him to lift a trophy, because he did miss the Mall Cup trophy, because I did forget. I'm not going to lie, I did forget. What we could do actually, Member Barry is a little bit tired. We're going to bring Makula on 85th minute. I'm going to bring him on for Member Barry, but I'm going to move Charlie Barnes further forward. Makula can play. Go on by. Play wing back on attack. Why not? Final game of your career. Go mad by. Go buck wild. Member Barry comes off. Standing ovation for his hat trick. What more could you want? Makula. It'd be beautiful if he could set up a goal. If he had an assist on his final appearance. He's going to be taking the corner by the looks of it. No, he's just over there for moral support for Serrano. Ball is clear, but Kral's picked it up. Oh my god, I did not realise Sparta Prague were smashing Sigma Omelic. 5-0. It's fair to say that this was a rather unfair top 6 this year. Serrano smashes the ball into the back of the net. Would you say that was the goalkeeper's mistake? It popped up at the bottom on text. I think he did a fairly decent job of like punching it clear. Just his defenders didn't really do an awful lot to help. They just kind of went like, what do you want us to do? We've won the league. We've done the double. Last year, we bottled the cup in the semi-final, and then we bottled the league in the Champions Group. This time, we're the champions of all champions. We've won everything in Czech football that there is to win for a top division side. Get in, my friends. Champions. What more could you possibly want? Time to celebrate, boys. Tapia is probably the happiest man in the world. He came in, played 7 games in the league, and he's going to get a winner's medal. I'd be delighted if I walked in, barely played any football, and was handed a medal. Do the double. Get in. It was a huge result. Get in. Your team certainly lived up pre-match billing. It was a brilliant effort from everybody. We are the best team in the world. Maybe not the world, but that is Champions League. Oh, but it was 11 days, not that bad. After winning the Mall Cup, I got this. I'm actually the best manager in Ireland now. But who was it that... Who is it? Vinny... No, it's not Vinny Perth. Travis Binion, Man United under 18s. He has 100 points. He was ahead of me until I won that league. Until I won the league. This guy, under 18s manager. One of the most successful Irish managers of all time. Managing a youth team. Makes no sense. So we've done the double. Declared a proud day for the fans. We've won the league. Fantastic. Member Barry was an absolute weapon on the day. Makula takes final bow. I did that. I gave him his final appearance. He was supposed to retire 2 days ago, but he decided to hang around for this match. Came on, played decently well. He's not a great footballer, but he's leaving us with a league medal. Oh, favourite personnel? Have I made it on the favourite personnel? No, not yet. Not yet. So that does mean Champions League football, doesn't it? What round of the Champions League do we come in at? First qualifying round. Fantastic. One round earlier than we did in the Europa Conference League, but we'd actually get a decently easy team in that case. Might actually make it past the first qualifying round that we play in. They're quite happy with everything that's going on at the minute. They're only satisfied with developing the club's youths. We're doing a pretty decent job of that. We failed in Europa Conference League, but we are now best of the rest. They want us to reach the quarterfinal of the cup. We fucking only went and won it. Top half of the league, we only fucking went and won it. We're not the most reputable team in Czech Republic yet, but we will be at some point. So the next episode is going to be the end of season review and any and all transfers we do leading up to the first Champions League qualifying game that we have, because that'll be interesting. I'm probably going to have a look and see who Sparta Prague played last year, because they were the ones that made it to Champions League, didn't they? Season preview. Yeah, they made it to the Champions League. Who did they play? Sheriff Tiraspol? And then Dinamo Zagreb. Okay, so I could take, like, a Moldovan team who don't seem to be very good. I'd be more than happy to take that. So, like I said, that'll be the next episode. The end of season review. Transfers up to the point where we play our first competitive game of the season, which could be around the time we start the league. We'll have to see, because this is when the league started as well. They had their first qualifying group, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But if you have enjoyed this episode with our cup double, beautiful. Thank you very much for watching, fellas, and I will see you in the next one. We are the champions!